This is from my former student, Jenny, who asked about if clauses. So we're going to talk about first, what is a clause? And no, not Santa Claus, right? But a clause is, it can be either complete or incomplete. The idea is it has a subject or verb. A phrase, on the other hand, has one or the other. A clause can have both. However, we need to be mindful, we need to be careful, because incomplete clauses, or we call them dependent, right? And then we have complete clauses, which are independent, right? Think of like a child. A child cannot be alone. He or she needs an adult, right? For that reason, dependent clauses must be tied and connected to an independent clause, because an independent clause, like an adult, can stand by themselves, right? So in this sentence, for example, if I were a millionaire, there's problems here, right? This alone cannot be by itself. It can't be an independent clause because I have this in front, if. Now notice, in this case, usually for the past, I use was, right? But because this is all kind of imaginary and hypothetical with the if clause, I don't say was, I say were. Only for if clauses, okay? So if I were a millionaire, that's a dependent clause, I need a comma. So if I have my if clause first, then I have a comma. Then I have my main clause, meaning this is the independent clause, a sentence that can stand by itself. I would travel the world. Bring them together, this is hypothetical, imaginary, right? If I were a millionaire, am I a millionaire? No, but maybe one day, one can hope, right? If I were a millionaire, comma, I would travel the world. Now, I have the option of kind of reversing these. I could say, with no comma, I would travel the world, cut this, if I were a millionaire, with no comma. However, if you have this if clause first, it's crucial, it's important that you add this comma to separate the dependent and independent clause, okay? Now there's 4 types that we're going to review in this video. There's more grammar specific rules for each one, but I'm going to give you like a general overview. And if you have more questions, we can go over it together, okay? Part 1 is the zero conditional. Zero conditional just means it's facts, okay? We use, look at these 2 examples. We use the simple present tense, right? If you heat water, what happens? It boils. Fact, right? This is the simple present, right? Simple present. And also, in the if clause, and the main clause is also the present, right? It's a fact. What about this one? If you stand in the rain without an umbrella, okay, you get wet. You get wet in the simple present tense, right? It's a fact. Unless you're really fast and you can dodge the rain, which I don't think anyone can do, but if you stand in the rain, it's inevitable, you will get wet, right? So the zero conditional is just stating facts, but in the if clause, the main clause, you use the simple present tense. Next, we're going to look at the first conditional. Okay. So as a quick review, zero conditional is a fact, right? What happens to your plant, your flower, when you don't give it water? It dies, right? So if you do not water your plants, they will die. Fact, right? Now let's look at first conditional. First conditional is something that is possible. It can happen only if the if clause happens first, right? So if you eat my cookies, this is in the simple present, right? This is in the present. And notice my main clause is in the future. So if you eat my cookies, I will hit you, right? I tell that to my brother. Or if you come to my party, I will be so happy, right? But this is only going to happen if this happens first, right? If you don't come to my party, then I won't be happy, right? So you could have the same thing, but you can have it in the negative. So usually for the if clause is in the present, right? The present. Then the main clause, I either have will plus a verb, or the negative, won't, right? But first conditional is easy to remember. This must happen first for the second to occur, right? Now let's move on to the second conditional. All right, second conditional is different from the first conditional. Second conditional is something that's unlikely now or even in the future. It's hypothetical. Hypothetical meaning imaginary, right? It can't happen, right? So, if I were an eagle, am I an eagle? No. Can I ever be an eagle? Maybe if I am reincarnated, right? If I ever were an eagle, comma, I would fly across the oceans, right? Or if Jenny were a billionaire, maybe one day, Jenny, she would buy all the In-N-Outs, right? All the In-N-Out restaurants. So notice the pattern here. It's if with a simple past tense, right? Then the main clause has would plus a verb. So I can give you another example. For example, if I won the lottery, finish this for me. What would you do? If I won the lottery, I don't know. I would go maybe travel the world and learn how to surf or snowboard, or I don't know. Or I would adopt maybe like 100 dogs, right? So these are most likely not going to happen. This is the second conditional. So 0 is fact, 1 is a possibility, 2 is unlikely. Now we're going to look at the third, unconditional. If condition, I'm sorry. Okay, last conditional, you're doing great. Third conditional is different from second conditional. Second conditional talks about unlikely situations for now and the future. Third conditional talks about imagining a different past, right? So look at this. If she had called, what verb tense is this? This is past perfect, right? If she had called me sooner, in reality, she didn't, right? But I'm imagining in the past. If she had called me sooner, I would have picked her up from the airport. So in the if clause, I use the past perfect. In the main clause, I must have would, have, plus, this is my past participle, right? What happened in the past, in reality, I did not pick her up because she did not call me, right? Another example, if I had married, past perfect, right? If I had married him, comma, I would have had, past participle, a very different future. Now remember, I can change this order. I could say I would have had a very different future if I had married him with no comma, right? I hope this helps clarify things, Jenny, and for everyone. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. You can write comments down below and I can create another video to help explain this further. But these are the general 4 kind of conditional rules that you should follow. Of course, there's a lot of different verb tenses like the present perfect, present continuous, past continuous, and such. So if you have more detailed questions, let me know. Okay, thank you. Bye.